Good morning. I'm Sivakumar Raja, soft skills trainer, voice and accent trainer, public speaker, and a motivational speaker. And I'm also into training and placements. Today, I would like to speak about interview skills. I'll tell you how to ace an interview like a pro. See, whenever you go and attend an interview, you need to be polite to everyone. See, many candidates, in spite of having a lot of experience, exposure, and capability, they are not being selected. The only reason is they're not polite to everyone. See, people, they are shouting at the barista at the coffee shop. They are not being polite to the receptionist. And if you do that, see, even as a HR manager, I will never recruit anyone who is rude to the receptionist or barista at the coffee shop. And even many recruiters feel the same. So you need to be very polite because we doesn't know who has got a say in the interview. And there is a possibility that interviewers would be inquiring from those people about the behavior of the candidates. So be polite to everyone, have good manners. So there are many people, in spite of having a lot of experience, exposure, and capability, they are not being selected. The only reason is they are not being polite to everyone. See, you need to be polite to everyone. So what is happening, unfortunately, in spite of having the required capability, see, there are candidates who are not being good to the receptionist as well as the barista at the coffee shop. See, we doesn't know who has got a say in the interview. There is a possibility that HR manager would be inquiring from those people about the character and behavior of the candidates. So you always need to be polite and you need to have good manners whenever you go and attend the interview. You also need to observe and watch your body language. See, you need to have good communication skills. You need to have good energy levels, have proper eye contact, and always sit straight or stand straight. Keep your spine straight and have a proper handshake. See, and don't stare at the interviewer. And there is a possibility that interviewer may stare at you. If you want to take up a stress interview, he just want to see how you behave in the stress. So he'll make an attempt to put stress on you. So there is a possibility that he may stare at you, but don't stare at the interviewer. Okay. So smiling at him would be the best thing what you can do when someone stares at you. Okay. So have good communication skills, good energy levels, and your tone should reflect your confidence levels and have proper eye contact. So this is how you need to go ahead in the interviews. You need to mind your language. You need to observe and watch your language. See, you've got a party mouth. See, you need to save it for your friends and don't show it to the interviewer. And whenever you are going with the interviewer, see, let him behave in any way. So you need to be very formal and you don't forget that you have come all the way to get into the job. So mind your language, observe your language, use an official language, and don't use an informal language. Even when the interviewer is very friendly, don't use an informal language and always use a formal language to ace the interview and to get into the job. So you need to do this to get the required success in the interview. See, review your own resume. See, sometimes what happens, see, let me tell you about myself. I have been working from past 26 years for various engineering colleges and training divisions. And when someone asks me to speak about myself, sometimes it so happens that I will not be able to recollect my old jobs, my old experience. So even what I do is, before going for an interview, I go through my resume. So it happens to many people. So whenever they ask you about yourself before going to the interview, see, I very well know that you will go through the expected questions. At the same time, you should also have a look at your resume and try to recollect what all you have done. See, even this happens with me when sometimes people ask me if I don't go through my resume, if I don't make an attempt to recollect or remember what all I have done, sometimes even I will not be able to deliver properly. So whenever you go for an interview, so along with the expected questions and along with the information about the company, review your resume, try to remember what all you have done. So this is regarding those people who has got a lot of experience and exposure. For freshers, it won't be a problem. But even freshers, those people who has got an experience of a couple of years, they should be able to remember where they have worked. And whenever the HR asks you to speak about yourself, you should be able to recollect about your old jobs and you should be able to give them the required information. Prepare for the expected questions and standard questions. See, in any interview, obviously, you can expect few questions, like speak something about yourself, what made you get into the industry, and what made you get into our company, why you want to get into our company, and why should we hire you. See, these are all general questions which are expected in the interview. So prepare for all the standard questions or the expected questions so that you will be able to perform well in the interview. See, in the interviews, you should be able to perform well. It's not simply reading from the book. You should be able to perform like an actor or actress. You should be able to deliver the content and should be able to perform and should not look robotic. And these things will get them in practice. Practice makes man perfect. These things you'll be able to digest them only in practice. See, you need to prepare your wardrobe. So you need to prepare the dress which you are going to wear for the interview. A person is judged only by the dress he wears. See, generally the interviewers may not look at the brand which is being weighed for you, but a man is judged only by the dress you wear. So prepare your wardrobe, prepare the clothes which you want to wear. So you better be overdressed than be underdressed. Better be overdressed than underdressed. And you doesn't know what is being weighed in the companies. You can have a look at the website, or you can also go to the parking of the company and have a look at the people who are wearing. And when you're not sure, see the simple simple tip what can be used is better be overdressed than underdressed. See, never badmouth your former employer. See, there is every possibility that they may ask you what made you quit the previous job. So never criticize your previous employer, okay? Because they would be looking for people who has got a lot of positive attitude, and they would be looking for candidates who are able to solve the problems. So never criticize the previous employer, okay? And you can tell them that you are looking for a growth in your career, so that made you get into this industry. Or you can also say that I've been planning from a very long time to get into your company. So your company has got a reputation, so that made you may apply for this job. Or you can also say that I would like to have a growth in my career, and that made me apply for this job. But never criticize the previous employer. Don't forget about the thank you card. See, don't forget about the thank you card. It's no more going to the card, but it's an email which you need to send to the interviewer, thanking them for permitting you to attend the interview. So this will obviously do you good. See, that will make you get into the good books of the employer. So you can send an email to the HR manager or the interviewer, see, thanking them for giving an opportunity to attend the interview. So this will obviously make you get into their good books. Interview process and steps: introduction, small talk, information gathering, information gathering, question answer, wrapping up. So introduction. Even the employer has to introduce himself. See, in the US, the unemployment is very low. So there is a necessary for them, particularly in US, but even in India, even the employers need to do the same thing. The employers has to be good to the candidate, because see, the candidates would be having the websites like Glassdoor. And if they make a comment on the Glassdoor that the interview process is not being done properly, the rapport, the reputation of the company goes down. The rapport, the reputation of the company goes down. So even the companies need to be very careful, and they need to behave well. They need to be well mannered when they take up the interview. So it's very simple. See, the only thing what has to be done is introduce yourself and smile at them, give them a proper handshake, and tell them to take their seat. So this is how you can go ahead to get into the good books of the candidate. And when your company, if it is a tough place to work, so you cannot give them a bad picture regarding the company. But what can be done is, see, when the candidate, when he's asked to speak about his weakness, he'll speak in such a way that even the weakness looks like a strength. Or the other thing what he would be doing is, after speaking about the weakness, he will tell the interviewer what he has done to overcome the weakness. So even the companies can do the same thing. They can spin around. So they cannot directly show the bad picture about the company. What candidates are doing, what candidates are doing, the same thing can be done even by the employer. So, but don't give them a false picture, because candidates are also having the websites like Glassdoor at their fingertips. So they can browse through the sites and they can get the required information regarding your company. So even though your company is a tough place to work, don't give them a wrong picture, or don't give them a rosy picture. But try to speak about the strengths of the company. You can tell about the good points about your company. So be as transparent as possible about the company, and you can speak about the plus points of your company. You can speak about those points which are doing good to the company, but don't give them a rosy picture, because they can, however, browse through the websites like Glassdoor and they can get the required information regarding your. See, even the interviewer should not speak about politics or religion. See, you are here only to look at the qualities of the candidate. See, you are here only to recruit people who can work for the company. See, you are here only to recruit those people who can do good for the company. And the interview is being done only to recruit people who can work for the company's goals, who can work for the vision and mission of the company. And asking about religion or politics, it's not legal. And the interview is basically being done only to recruit people who can work for the company, who can do good for the company, and who can work for the vision and mission of the company. Wrapping up. So thank the candidate for his time, because he has come all the way investing his time, money, energies. So obviously you need to thank him for coming down all the way and give him a proper handshake, smile at him, and better to take him and better to have a quick tour of the office. Take me around and show the ambience and all that, because see, sometimes candidates would be unable to find the exit and they will be wandering here and there. It doesn't look good. And there is also a possibility that they may try to get into those things which are not relevant to them. All these things doesn't really look good. So to avoid those things, so take him around, show him the required ambience, and you be with him till he goes out of the ambience. See, let him not search for the exit of the office. Because later on, see, don't forget that the candidate, if he leaves a bad comment on the websites like Glassdoor, so it makes your rapport come down. It reduces the reputation of the company. So to avoid these things, you can accompany the candidate till he goes out and make him have a quick tour of the company. So Pecor Recruiting is a software solution designed and built for recruiters. So you can use this software, so which will help you to recruit people. See, get the information about the company. So this is not an optional, see, it's a compulsory thing which you need to do. Even in the telephonic interviews, what we instruct or suggest candidates to do is open the laptop, and in the laptop, open the website of the company. Because one question which is expected in the interview is, what do you know regarding our company? See, in a survey, what was disclosed is 47% of the recruiters, they don't recruit people if they don't have the required information regarding the company. So about section, go through the about section in the website of the company, gather the required information, try to understand the vision and mission of the company, try to remember the names of the chairman and important people. Because one question which is obviously expected is, what do you know regarding our company? And majority of the recruiters in a survey, what was understood or what was told is 47% of the recruiters, they don't recruit people who don't have the required information. One question which is expected in the interview is, why should we recruit you into the company? You should be able to speak about those skills which will do good to the company. So analyze the company, try to understand the vision of the company, try to understand the mission of the company, what exactly is required for the company. You need to try to understand that. You need to know your job responsibilities. So you need to adjust your strengths, hobbies according to the requirement of the company. Because obviously the companies would be looking for those people who can do good to the company. So you need to adjust your strengths, hobbies, as well as even the weakness. It has to be adjusted according to the requirement of the company. Analyze the job description so that you can do that. And this will help you to answer those questions. So brush up the basics. See, you may be a person who has got a lot of experience, or you may be even a fresher, but you need to have good knowledge regarding the subject. So what you are suggested and instructed to do is brush up the basics. Even after having an experience of 26 years, before going for an interview, I'll try to make an attempt to browse the information so that you'll be able to recollect and deliver them easily without any difficulty. So what is suggested to be done is, you may be a person with a lot of experience and exposure, or you may be even a fresher. So have the information regarding the subject. In spite of having good personality and in spite of being well dressed, you should also have good information and knowledge regarding the subject. So brush up your basics before going for the interview. So be punctual, reach well in advance, because sometimes even the Google Maps doesn't work, and sometimes you can face a lot of traffic. So keep buffer time and reach well in advance, because candidates they get rejected even before they attend the interview. So to avoid it, so reach the place well in advance. And one day in advance, go to the place where you need to give your interview so that you'll not be losing your way, so that you'll not lose your way. Be very attentive in the interviews. See, because this is not the time to daydream or get distracted. So you need to be very attentive. So try to listen to him properly so that you'll be able to respond. Okay. So pay attention and answer the questions carefully. Have good communication skills. You need to be audible. You need to be cheerful. Your tone should reflect your confidence levels. And never fold your hands, and always make an attempt to communicate in space. And your tone should reflect your confidence levels. So this is how we need to go ahead in the interviews. So rehearse explaining your resume. See, the one question which is expected in the interview, speak something about yourself, or they may tell you to explain about your resume. So rehearse your resume. So see, practice, it makes man perfect. You need to perform in the interviews. So rehearse well, practice well, so that you'll be able to remember, recollect, and deliver the things properly. So know what to speak and when to speak. See, even when the interview is not even when the interviewer is very informal, don't speak about the race, religion, politics. See, be very polite and be very formal. So switch on your interview mode as soon as you get into the companies, and be polite to anyone. See, let it be a receptionist at the helping desk, or it can be a barista at the coffee shop, because we don't know who has got a say in the interview. There is a possibility that HR manager may take up even their feedback. The HR manager may take up even their feedback. Switch on your interview mode as soon as you enter the interview hall. And even when the interviewer is very informal, you need to be very polite and formal when you take up the interview. So you don't forget that you have come all the way investing your time, money, energies only to get into the job. Do not waste the time of the interviewer. So don't beat about the bush. Don't beat around the bush. See, the interviewer has got very limited time and he has to take up the interviews of many people. And when you doesn't know something, you accept it politely instead of wasting his time. And if you keep wasting your time, and if you keep beating around the bush, there is a possibility that you may get into you will not be able to get into the good books of the interviewer. So to avoid it, so don't waste the time of the interviewer. And always carry 3 to 4 resumes. See, there is a possibility that the interviewer may lose your resume and he should not get into trouble. So his time should not be wasted. To avoid it, always carry 3 to 4 resumes. And even the interview cannot be only a face-to-face interview. Sometimes the interview can also be a panel interview, where a group of people would be sitting and they would be taking up your interviews. So you should be able to give resume to each interviewer so that they don't waste their time. They will not feel uncomfortable. So always carry good number of resumes, and don't forget that there is a possibility that the interview may be a panel interview, and give 1 resume to each interview. And even when you speak, see, have eye contact with all the interviewers. And if you keep concentrating only at one interviewer, there is a possibility that the other interviewers may not give you proper marks. To avoid it, you need to use your group presentation skills. You need to use your group management skills. Have eye contact with everyone. So speak to everyone, so that you'll be able to good books, and so that you'll be able to get into the good books of all the interviewers. I mean to say, whomever is sitting in the panel. See, you need to customize your answers. Your answer will not be the same for all the companies or industries. See, let me give you an example. When you go for a call center, you need to see the strengths, hobbies, and even the weakness has to be adjusted according to the requirement of the company. See, when you go for a call center job, and when the HR asks you to speak about your strength, you need to say, I have good communication skills and I love to interact with people. And when you go for a marketing job, you need to tell them that I like to travel and I love to meet people. And when you go for a digital marketing job, you need to tell that I would love to interact with people through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Google Plus, and LinkedIn. And when it is a manager post, you need to tell them that I'm good at getting the work done through others rather doing it for myself. But communication skills has become a window for the world. Let the job be related to any industry, let it be related to IT or IT enabled industry. Obviously, you need to have good communication skills in English. So you need to customize your answers according to the requirement of the company and according to the requirement of the industry. So browse through the website of the company, gather the required information, try to understand the vision and mission of the company, and adjust your interview according to the convenience and requirement of the company. Stay motivated. Even when the interview is not going as well as you hoped, so you should not get demotivated. See, when the event is not good, if you can respond properly, there is a possibility that you get the best output or a better output. And when the event is not good, and even your response is not good, then definitely you'll not be able to get a better output. So event is not in our hands. So what is there in our hands is response. So respond properly, even when the situation is not favorable. Even when you feel that the interview is not going on well, so be confident and respond properly and have a positive attitude, because there is a possibility that the others may not do well, and there is a possibility that you get into the company. So always you need to have a positive attitude, and you need to have the required confidence, because even interviewers, sometimes they would be asking difficult questions to put pressure on you. They just want to see how candidates would be working under pressure. So handle it with pleasure. So you should know how to work in the pressure. So let the questions be difficult, even if you're unable to answer them. So don't get demotivated, have the required confidence and wear a smile and try to do what best you can do, try to do that. Even when the event is not good, so respond properly so that you'll be able to get the better output, so that you'll be able to ace the interview. Show gratitude. See, even if you're unable to perform well in the interview, see, thank the interviewer for his time and patience. And even in the telephonic interviews, you are instructed to do the same. So while closing the call, so thank the interviewer for his patience, thank the interviewer for his time, thank the interviewer for his time, because it will do you good. So don't lose confidence. And even if you feel that the interview doesn't go well, thank the interviewer for his time, and thank the interviewer for taking up the interview. So double check the interview details, date and time of the interview. And when it is an abroad interview, also know regarding the time zone, and know the full name of the interviewer and wish him formally. And if you are unable to make it in the right time, and if you forget about the time or the date, so there is no fun in preparing for the interview. So double check the interview details before going ahead with the interview. In the telephonic interviews, one advantage what you have is both the interviewer and the interview, they will not be able to see. You are not visible to the interviewer. But have good communication skills. You need to be audible, you need to be cheerful, and your tone should reflect your confidence levels. See, even in the phone, the other person will be able to listen to your smile. So always be cheerful and paste the important questions on the wall. Keep some drinking water at your disposal, and open the website of the company in your laptop, because one question which is expected is, what do you know regarding our company? So this is how we need to go ahead in the telephonic interviews. In the telephonic interviews, though you are not visible to the company, though you are not visible to the interviewer, he is able to listen to your smile. So have good communication skills. You need to be audible, you need to be cheerful, and your tone should reflect your confidence levels. And paste the important questions on the wall, and keep some drinking water at your disposal, and open the website of the company in the laptop. Because one question which is expected in the interview is, what do you know regarding our company? In a research, it was told that 47% of the interviewers will not recruit people who doesn't have the required information and knowledge regarding the company. So as you're not visible to the interviewer, open the website of the company. You can open the about section of the website, and whenever the interviewer asks you some information regarding the company, you can have a look at those information and you can deliver it. And don't look robotic. So before commencement of the interview, try to remember those points. And if you're unable to recollect, then you can have a look at the website of the company, the laptop, and you can deliver it. And you can paste the important questions on the wall. And visit the interviewer according to the time of the day. So it can be good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. But never say good night, because it gives a meaning goodbye. Sometimes when it is an abroad interview, sometimes you need to attend an interview even in the night. So don't wish the interviewer good night, because it gives a meaning goodbye. Going for the interview, turn off the call waiting. Turn off any other possible interruption. So inform your family members not to disturb you, and turn off the television and radio, and sit in a place where you are comfortable so that you can go ahead with the interview comfortably. So be a good listener in the interview, because if you listen properly, only then you will be able to respond to the interviewer. And if you interrupt him, see, that may put you in trouble. One thing is, see, you will not be able to understand what is being conveyed by the interviewer. And you are also here to get into the good books of the interviewer. So you need to interact with the interviewer, but don't interrupt the interviewer. Be polite and professional, stay calm and positive in the interviews. And let me also tell you regarding the things which you need to avoid in a telephonic interview. See, never reschedule a call, because unless it is an emergency, because it obviously gives a negative impression. So do not eat, drink, or smoke in the interviews. And have a bite and have some water before going ahead with interviews. And keep the sound of your typing in check when you go ahead with the interviews. And never make any comments on the personal life. And do not take up any interview on while you are driving. See, driving, so never take up an interview while you drive. If you are unable to take up an interview, you request the interview to reschedule it, because driving, it should not be mixed with anything. It can neither be mixed with the drink or even with the interviews, because it will put you in trouble. What to speak of getting the interview, what to speak of acing the interview, there is a possibility that you may meet with an accident. So never take up an interview while driving. So in the telephonic interviews, never put the interviewer on hold, because he feels that you are being very informal and you are not serious about the company. And you'll not be able to get into the good books of the company. Obviously, you'll be getting a bad impression about you. And obviously, there is a possibility that you'll not be able to get into the company in spite of having a lot of experience, exposure, and knowledge. So never put the interviewer on hold. So let me tell you what to be done before the interview, during the interview, and after the interview. Research the organization. Research the organization. Get the required information regarding the company. As I told you, see, 47% of the recruiters, which was told in a survey, will not be recruiting people who doesn't have the required information and knowledge regarding the company. So research about the company, try to gather the required information regarding the company. So before the interview, practice well. So before the interview, practice well, because you need to perform well. You should not look robotic. Practice makes man perfect. You should be able to perform as an actor or as an actress. So perform well in the interview, which comes on practice. Practice your body language. Observe your language when you go ahead. So think out loud interview. Calm your nerves when you feel that things are not being done properly. You're unable to perform properly. Even when the event is not good, your response should be good, so that you can expect a better outcome. And when the event is not good, and even if your response is not good, obviously you'll not be able to get a better output. So you need to have positive attitude. You need to look confident, even in the tough times. And you need to be very polite and go ahead in the interviews. When the interviewer asks you, do you have any questions? So you should always have some questions to ask. So maybe you can ask, what is the biggest challenge in this role? And what does the organization value the most? Is it the student feedback or any other thing? And how will my success be evaluated? And what metrics are being used in judging my success? And what are the expectations of the company? These are general questions which you can ask the interviewer. So these are the general questions which you can ask the interviewer. But don't tell the interviewer that you don't have anything to ask. Tough times, you should be able to bounce back at all tough times, in fact, more powerfully. And even, see, there are many factors which depends on the success of the candidate. So you don't need to get disheartened. You should not get demotivated. You need to have a lot of positive attitude. It's not the end of the world. And you should be able to bounce back at all tough times, in fact, more powerfully. so that you will be able to get success not only in the personal life, but also in the professional life. So these things will help you to, ace the interview like a pro. Don't hesitate to speak about your strengths. So don't hesitate to speak about your strengths. You need to sell your strengths. See, in case a marketing executive, if he comes to you and speaks about your product and explains about the product, but if he forgets to ask you to sell his, if he forgets to tell you to purchase the product, there's no fun in coming down all the way investing his time, money, energies. So you need to sell your strengths. Don't hesitate to speak about your strengths, because it is a place where you should be able to speak about yourself, because you have come all the way to sell yourself. You should be able to explain how you can do good to the company. You should be able to speak how your qualification, experience, exposure, and capability will do good to the company if you're given an opportunity to work for the company. Let me give a few examples. I got an excellent feedback from my manager, and I got a lot of capability to mentor the junior associates, and I motivate my team a lot. I guide them, I assist them, I suggest them, I train them, I motivate and influence the team members. I can work well in a team. I guide people, I assist people, I suggest people, I train them, I motivate them, and I influence them if it is required. And I work well in a team. And I'm also good in getting the work done through others rather doing it for myself. At the same time, I perform well as a team member. And I have got a lot of leadership qualities. I lead the team. Show enthusiasm for the job. You should be able to express your passion, interest, zeal, and enthusiasm for the job. See, to get into any job, let it be related to any industry, what is required is a passion for the profession. And try to make the interviewer understand your enthusiasm, zeal, and passion for the profession. When I speak about myself, I always tell them that I've got a passion to speak and teach English, and that made me get into this industry. Because to get into any industry, or to get the required success, or to survive in any industry, what is required is the passion for the profession. You can also tell a short story about your success, how you handle the difficult situations, and how you could able to overcome those things, and how you were a problem solver in your previous companies. You can tell a small stories how you have done good to the companies during tough situations with your experience, exposure, and capability. And try to make them understand that you are a good problem solver. But it should be very short. It should be a brief story. On a positive note, maybe you can ask the interviewer what are the qualities required for a person to handle this job or to get into this job, so that you'll be able to get a second chance in case the interview feels that you are lacking any quality. So you can just ask him what are the qualities you expect a candidate to have to take up this particular job, so that you'll be able to give an appropriate answer to the interviewer. A list of references, because there is a possibility that the interviewer may ask you regarding these things. And when you feel that when any question is illegal or inappropriate, you can just say that, or you can just ask them, hi, I'm not sure how this is relevant to my application. So till we meet again, bye for now, have a nice day.